Good morning to all. Last class we have seen about offer, acceptance and consideration. So today's topic is free consent from third unit. Okay, let us start. So today we are going to see what is free consent, coercion and undue influence. So first one is, what do you mean by consent? The term consent means agreement between the two parties upon the same thing in the same sense. Okay, so the meaning of free consent is, it means the act of giving assent to an offer without any compulsion or force. That means when two parties entering into a contract, okay, so their consent will be in free manner. It should not be caused by coercion, undue influence or anything. Okay, so free consent means the act of giving assent to an offer without any compulsion or force. Okay, next, when the consent is said to be free, in the absence of these categories, that is coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, mistake. Okay, so first one is coercion. So according to section 15 of the Indian Contract Act, defines coercion as the committing or threatening to commit any act unforbidden under Indian Penal Code or unlawful detaining or threatening to detain any property or prejudice of any person to enter into an agreement. So the overall meaning of coercion is, coercion means physically torturing the person to enter into a contract. That is, one party is willing to enter into a contract, but the other party consent is obtained by a physical torture. Okay, so the consent may be obtained at the point of pistol or threat to commit suicide or threats of imprisonment. So by the way, they get consent from the other party. Okay, now next one is essentials of coercion. So these are the essentials of coercion. So first one is, there must be clear utterance of threat. Utterance means raising voice. Okay, so threat means பயமுறுத்துறது. Second one is, the threat should be to commit act forbidden by the Indian Penal Code. And then third one is unlawful threatening to detain any property. Detain means delay. And the last one is, coercion may be employed by a party or its agent. Okay, so finally the affected party may prove himself that the consent was obtained by coercion. So that is burden of proof. Okay, so the affected party should prove that his consent was obtained by force. Okay, next, differences between coercion and duress. Okay, so coercion may be directed against a third party, but duress may be against the life of the contracting, his wife or children. And then coercion may be proceed from any other person. Duress must proceed from the party to the contract. And then third one is, it may be by way of threat to commit suicide. It may be an immediate violence. Okay, so coercion, நம்ம இந்தியால coercion சொல்ற விஷயத்தை இங்கிலாந்துல duress ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஓகேவா? Next, undue influence. So undue influence means mentally pressurizing the other party. Okay, and getting their consent from that party. So according to section 16 of the Indian Contract Act provides that a contract is said to be induced by undue influence when the relations subsisting between the parties are such that one of the parties in a standing position to dominate the will of the other party and uses that position to obtain an unfair advantage over the other. Okay, so these are the essentials of undue influence. So first one is The relations subsisting between the parties should be such that one of the party is in a position to dominate the will of the other. So ஒரு party இன்னொரு பார்ட்டியை mentally pressurize பண்ணி dominate பண்ணி அவங்களோட consent வாங்குறது. So second one is the object must take an unfair advantage. It is not a fair advantage, it is an unfair advantage. Now third one is the following relationship need not to be proved in dominations. So these relationships, that is இந்த relationships-ல நம்ம கேக்குற விஷயம் வந்து undue influence-க்கு வராது. Parent and child, trust and beneficiary, guardian and ward. Okay, so these relationships should not come under the undue influence. அப்ப என்ன மாதிரியான relationship undue influence-ல வரும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா credit-ஆருக்கும் debt-ஆருக்கும் உள்ளது, and then landlord and tenant, and then husband and wife. Okay, these relationship can be proved under the undue influence. Okay, so for example, a spiritual guru versus devotee. Okay, a spiritual guru. Okay, spiritual guru means it's like a samyar mari. Okay, devotee means நம்மள மாதிரி இருக்கிற public தான் devotee. Okay, அவங்களோட சிஷ்யர்கள் like that. Okay, so a spiritual guru induced his devotee to gift him. Okay, induced means அவங்கள influence பண்ணி pressurize பண்றேன். Induced his devotee to gift him a whole of his property, whole property. Okay, in return for the salvation of devotee. இப்போ நான் உன்னை salvation பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா உன்னுடைய whole property எனக்கு தான் நான் கேட்கிறேன். Okay, as a spiritual guru. Okay, so it was held that the consent of the devotee was given under undue influence. So this is the mental pressure. So this is the example for the undue influence. So finally, burden of proof. So section 16 subsection 3 of the contract lays down that the consent has been proved that the consent was obtained by undue influence in a position to dominate the will of the other. So finally it should be proved. Okay, now next last one is differences between coercion and undue influence. So coercion la first பார்த்தோம்னா the consent is given under the threat of an offense. Offense na kutram. Here the consent is given by a person who dominates the will of the other. Dominate பண்றது இங்க threaten பண்ணி வாங்குறது. So it involves physical or violent force, here moral force. Okay, moral character. So it can proceed from a third party, but it can be proceed by the particular party. So it involves criminal act, it does not include criminal act. Okay, so coercion ன்றது threaten பண்ணி நம்ம வாங்குறது, undue influence ன்றது dominate பண்ணி வாங்குறது. இங்க physically torture பண்ணுவோம், இங்க morally torture பண்ணுவோம், mentally torture பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ ஈவன் தேர்ட் பார்ட்டிக்கும் நம்மளை வந்து ஃபிசிக்கலாக டார்ச்சர் பண்ணலாம். ஆனால் இங்கே அந்த பர்டிகுலர் பார்ட்டி தான் நம்மளை mentally torture பண்ண போகிறாங்க. ஸோ which involves criminal act, which does not involve criminal act. Okay, so remaining topics in the free consent is mistake, misrepresentation and fraud. Okay, it can be watched in next e-content video. Okay, thank you.